I see a dignitarian society, one which disallows rankism, as democracy's next natural evolutionary step. We can take that step as a country. We could be the first country to do it. The first country to do it will lead the 21st century just as democracies led the 20th. I mean, a few countries gave us a good run for our money, but who won? We won. We beat the fascist countries and the communist countries, the dictatorships, the totalitarian societies. They all opted for democracy or are doing so. But the next step beyond democracy, which disallows rankism in civic affairs, is a nation that disallows rankism in all its affairs, in all its organizations. You can think of it as a spreading of the democratic idea beyond government to other organizations, but it doesn't go in the form of one person, one vote. That would be absurd, to have a school run with one person, one vote, or a company for that matter, or a church. It's not one person, one vote. That only pertains to governance. But it is equal dignity for all. And that's a huge change from what we have now, where we have 40 million people imprisoned in poverty. Poverty is the new slavery. It's a way of keeping people down and making them so vulnerable that if they lose a single paycheck, they're on the streets. No great nation can have that kind of a cancer in its body politic. And there are countries now which are eliminating, killing that malignancy. We have to be one of them. If we are one of them, we will lead the world in the 21st century. If we decline, it will be the end of the American century. It will have ended, approximately, when the century ended. India is going to take a stab at it. They're very interested in jumping to a society of equal dignity for all, and they have the burden of the caste system to overcome, and they need something dramatic to overcome it, because the caste system is more of a handicap than American racism is. It's 2,000 years old, not just 200. So India is interested. China hasn't even democratized its civic affairs yet, but they have translated All Rise into Mandarin, and I'm going to go there next year and speak about this. But I would like, of course, as an American, to see America be the first dignitarian society. I think we could do it. The roles you play are the heart and soul of a dignitarian society. The nonprofits are where this battle is going to be waged. You're the soldiers, the frontline soldiers in the battle for dignity. But mainly, you're playing a stopgap action now, because the society hasn't caught on yet. They're not really behind you. They regard you as saving face for them, as covering up embarrassing problems that poke up, but as handling these hard cases. And they dole out the money, just a minimum amount, to keep you afloat. What will be needed to build a dignitarian nation is an advocacy role from nonprofits, who start advocating dignity for all and the steps it will take to deliver that. America is good at liberty. We're real good at it. That's why the world loves us. We're not so good at justice, but we made a lot of progress in the 20th century. We haven't realized the Jeffersonian promise of liberty and justice for all men are created equal. I think of dignity as a stepping stone that can carry us from liberty to justice. Because when people stand up for their dignity, and almost anyone is willing to do that, because dignity is not negotiable. When people stand up for their dignity, it's not long until they march for justice. It will take grassroots action to build a dignitarian society. We never would have built a multicultural society without demonstrations in the streets. We never would have built one either without leadership from the very top. It always takes both. people in the streets who are direct victims, and people in positions of leadership who are sympathetic. Together they can change the world, and together you and political leaders could make America the first dignitarian society. You're on the front lines, though. You and all the other nonprofits in this country is where this will be adjudicated, where it will be fought out, and where it will be realized. So I applaud you for that, for being the foot soldiers in the dignity movement.